Hey guys, welcome back to Smartphone Wars.
Well, the smartphone business has been getting very stale with your standard 5 inches or 5.5 inches dominating the market with like 95% of all devices, maybe 98%. But there comes a time once in a while when a device actually breaks the status quo. And the first to do so was Xiaomi with the original Xiaomi Mi Max, a tablet-sized phone offering great specs, good cameras and very good battery life. Now, after a year of fan demand, Xiaomi has finally answered, and I have here Xiaomi Mi Max 2. But how does Mi Max 2 fit in the 2017 smartphone world? Is there a place for such a device? Is it better than the original Mi Max? Watch my review and find out.
Alright, let's now unbox this beast. The original Mi Max was a revolution when it first came out last year, since nobody had done a phone this big with these great specs. And let's see how Xiaomi will follow up here. Snapdragon 625, same size, 6.4 inches, 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of onboard storage. There is also a 128GB model available, but it's not selling yet. And this is what you get inside the nice instruction box with the SIM tray pin. And as you can see, dual nano SIM slots, which can also support a micro SD card on one slot up to 256GB. And this is the provided fast charger from Xiaomi. Mi Max 2 came with a global ROM with all the languages you need supported, huge international value, and of course, as with any Xiaomi device, you do get access to plenty of free themes and wallpapers, since I know that customization is one of the main topics in Android these days, and people like to change their phone home screen icon styles, like they change their moods, like seasons change. And Xiaomi Mi Max offers great value in that, as there's plenty of insanely good themes, wallpapers and icons for free.
First thing I want to talk with the Mi Max 2 is its sheer size. Make no mistake, this is a very big phone. Bezels have been shortened from the original Mi Max, however, it's still quite a handful.
I am very impressed with the engineering of the Mi Max 2, as it's very big, however it's not very uncomfortable to handle. It's actually very good for typing and media viewing, and it's thin, so handling is not that big of a deal. However, if you tend to do lots of calls on it, I do suggest you use a Bluetooth earphone.
Call quality hasn't been an issue with me, however, as you can see, it's okay to talk for like 5, 6, 7 minutes on it, but after that the hand gets really tired because it just feels unnaturally big.
Size does matter, and here it is next to my Meizu Pro 6 Plus, and it's bigger than a 5.7 incher, and it's just insanely more bigger than the Redmi 4X, which is 5 inches, and it doesn't fit well in my jeans pockets. However, there's some very good things about the Mi Max 2.
Mi Max 2 is a power user's best friend. Battery life on the Mi Max 2 is simply amazing. This is a very thin device, and it can last you for 2 to 3 days of extremely heavy usage without any issues.
Let's just say it would be a Guinness Record World feat if you could drain the entire battery in just 1 day, as it's nearly impossible. Mi Max 2's battery life is simply incredible.
The sound quality is not a very big improvement over the original Mi Max, and on mainly phones in this price category, with the speaker just being a single speaker, but the sound is very loud, clear and rich. Although the display on the Mi Max 2 is very good and bright, the main weakness is that it's very glossy. As you can see, it reflects light like crazy, and this makes it very hard to use in direct sunlight.
I would have loved a brighter or less glossier screen, or maybe an AMOLED here.
Mi Max 2 definitely qualifies as a superb GPS navigator for your car. You can just get a stand for it and it will last you around 15 hours using GPS on a single charge. And the GPS, I might have to say, is one of the best ones that I've ever seen on a phone. It locks quickly and it's very, very accurate.
If you're lost on the road or somewhere in need of assistance for a long time, the Mi Max 2 will never let you down. Here I've just filtered all the GLONASS and Galileo satellites, so you can see it's only showing the good stuff right now. This is a very, very capable GPS navigator. Benchmark scores are nearly identical to the Redmi Note 4X, as it's using the same chip, same RAM, same storage. So results are very similar to Redmi Note 4X, but let me tell you more about it.
I do believe Xiaomi were waiting for the Snapdragon 660 to put in this beast, however it was delayed, and I also think that Qualcomm's asking price was a bit too much, putting it in the higher price category, maybe above $400, and Xiaomi knew that most users will definitely not go for it at this price.
Powered by the octa-core Snapdragon 625 and Adreno 506 for graphics, the chip inside Xiaomi Mi Max is a mid-ranger. It's a very, very capable performer. All your daily tasks and needs will run just as smooth as any flagship CPU out there for a phone. And with 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of onboard storage, you'll never feel any real lag. Multitasking runs great, as Xiaomi's MIUI is definitely very, very good and has improved a lot over the ages. It's a bit of a heavy team, so it does require more RAM, and if you ever in doubt of picking a Xiaomi with more or less RAM, do tend to pick the one with more RAM. It will justify itself over time. When CPU performance is not concerned with your daily tasks, how is gaming? Well, this is one of the best looking games on Android, CSR Racing 2, and it runs great, and as you can see the graphics quality is superb on the Mi Max 2. Next up I'll show you a first person shooter, Killshot Virus, which is one of the latest and best looking games on Android with great textures and very, very good lighting and depth of field effects. And Mi Max 2 handles it very, very well. However, there's a few very demanding games up right now, and as you can see here, there's still just a very, very few slowdowns as well. In Killshot Virus, demanding games like Lineage 2 Revolution do tend to experience a slight lag from time to time, and things will get even worse in, say, a year's time, with more and more demanding games being churned out for Android as we speak, since it's become a very huge gaming platform as well. Do know that at this point in time, the Snapdragon 625 is a very, very capable gaming chip, and this is a great device for gaming. However, it may not be just as good in a year's time.
As a sub $300 device, the cameras definitely don't disappoint. 4K video recording is also enabled.
Now we've come to the Xiaomi Mi Max 2's camera review. I do think that most of you who are buying this phone will definitely not care very much for the camera, since the big size, big battery makes it very, very useful for gaming and media consumption, and people who like that definitely don't tend to use the camera a lot. However, at least Xiaomi has done the full manual mode this time, not with the Redmi series, as you get full control over ISO, 32-second exposure, manual focus. However, this device does not feature optical image stabilization in both cameras, and anything above a second and a half of exposure will definitely look very shaky. 4K video recording is available, as well as Full HD, However, as I said, without optical stabilization, it's not the most stable one. However, shots from the main camera look great when there's enough sunlight, there's no overexposure. The sensor does very much like a sunny scene and favors well-lit areas, and when you're in a very well-lit area, the photos will look great. Even indoor shots look very capable for the price. I've taken some very good photos without even trying. This is all on auto mode, absolutely no tripods are ever used in any of my videos, just handheld photos. However, as light goes down, there's plenty of noise coming in. The larger pixel size does help to get more light. However, there's too much grain, and I don't recommend this as a very good night shoot camera. The video quality, I said, is very good, but the lack of OIS really doesn't help it when you're walking, as it's very wobbly, and there's a bit of focus hunting going on as light comes down, and in indoor areas as well. So make sure whenever you're shooting the video that you have lots of light, and you will be definitely okay with the quality produced. And here is the slow-mo video. I definitely like the slow motion on this device. 720p, very high bit rates, very good slow motion video for the Mi Max 2. Selfie camera is the same sensor as found in the Redmi Note 4X, and that's not a bad thing. The camera is still quite capable, f2.0 aperture. Even in low lighting conditions, selfies are very much up to par with devices in this price point. If the lighting conditions are good, you will definitely get great selfies, and the Pro mode is really good on the Mi Max 2. You're not looking like a doll or like strange in general. Here's some selfies I've taken in good and poor lighting conditions. As you see, photo quality is very good for selfies, definitely good for social medias.
First of all, if you're a supersized person with big hands and you definitely need the biggest phone you can find, you won't find a better phone than the Mi Max 2. However, the biggest pro with the Xiaomi Mi Max 2 is definitely its insane battery life. You're looking at 25-30 hours of video playback possible on a single charge with this device, and it's so thin and light at the same time, which makes it absolutely the best media consumption device on the market today. Nothing comes even close to that. And now I have to mention a few things I don't like about Mi Max 2. First of all, is because of its sheer size, I really don't think this is very comfortable to use as your main device or daily driver. In general, it doesn't fit well into pockets, jackets, and regular size clothes. And if you're on a hurry, you just want to grab the device, put it in your pocket and run, it's just not very convenient. Xiaomi have failed to improve the performance with the original Mi Max, as the Mi Max 2 really relies on efficiency rather than gaming performance, since the Snapdragon 625 is still inferior to the Snapdragon 650 and 652 in the original Mi Max. I would have made the Mi Max 2 if it was up to me. I would have made it 6 inches and would definitely have put Snapdragon 821 in there for much better gaming performance, maybe increase the price a little bit. However, I still think it would have been definitely worth it. This has been Stephen Fox. Thank you for watching my Xiaomi Mi Max 2 review. Let me know in the comments if this phone is too big for you or isn't, and why would you look for purchasing a Mi Max 2. Subscribe to my channel if you like what I'm doing, and hit that bell icon to get notifications whenever I upload a video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my honest opinion and it helps you into picking or not picking a Mi Max 2.
Stick around.